We are back.
Boy, it's been a couple weeks. Getting
It's been a couple
slow during,
weeks.
well, I should say it's getting slow during a summer because course building gets slow, but we get busy.
Well, schedule gets really busy during summer. Hell yeah, but
Yeah.
course releases get slower, so we can go a couple of weeks versus doing a show with 3 course releases. How are
Yes.
you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm good, thank you. How have the last few weeks been?
Interesting. So I got. I'll wait. I'll save mine for a golf story. Let's
Okay,
put it that way.
okay, that
Um,
sounds good. I'm promising.
because mine's kind of something happened that it did become golf related.
Okay,
Kind of a
okay,
tragedy. I'll let you know. We didn't talk about this in pre-show, so I'll let you
okay,
know.
okay,
How about you?
cool.
Anything new and exciting?
Um, yeah, no, busy. Work's been busy, and kids have been busy, and summertime has been busy, and I've gotten out and played a couple of 9-hole rounds, but I have not gotten out and played like as at the level that I would have wanted.
Hmm.
I did actually, though, things are lightening up a little bit. I did book myself a couple of tee times next week, so I'll get out at least twice next week. Or this week is Sunday, so at least this week I'll get a couple times, which is always good. And then there's some other stuff we'll talk about in golf story.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the important stuff, which is what are we drinking,
What
right?
are you drinking tonight?
Um, well, let's see. Can you do me a little bit bigger? There we go.
Oh, there we go.
So,
Nice.
I'm slumming it tonight.
PBR.
Now with a little Buffalo Trace.
Oh yeah, that you are slumming it with Buffalo Trace. Like, great. Yeah. Okay. There's nothing wrong with some. I like a good Buffalo Trace. I like a good Bullet. I'm a big fan of slumming it with Bullet and Buffalo Trace as well. So nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. So it's something that it got opened up during so my daughter we had the when I came and saw you in Denver, it was my
Yep.
daughter's graduation. Well, we had
Which
the
you missed.
graduation party this past weekend, which
Yep.
was a freaking blowout party. I mean,
How fun was that?
wow. I mean, I
Yeah.
thought I had too much alcohol and did not, right?
Yep.
Uh, 3 kegs.
Oh,
Well, I should say there were sixtels, right? But I had 3 sixtels. That's 2.5 cases of beer each, plus another 2 cases of beer, plus
oi.
several fifths of bourbon, plus a margarita machine, daiquiri machine, a keg of what I call rooster piss that I make, and we blew through it. So it was a good party. It lasted well until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning.
That's awesome. We had a party that was planned for my daughter in March of 2020, and then you know what happened in March of 2020 was when the world shut down. Yeah, and
Yeah,
so
yeah.
and we couldn't get any money back for the party
Oh,
because everything was everything just essentially got put on hold, and we ended up having it last year, and it was a ton of fun. It was like 3 times rebooked, and it was finally had the party. And this one we actually hired like a person to help plan the party and stuff, and she was there, and holy shit, man, she just kept handing me a drink. And
yeah.
I'm, we probably had 200 people there. It was like kind of like a graduation type party, and we're talking. My wife and I are talking and mingling with everybody, and she just come over and she would grab mine out of my hand and put another one in my hand, grab another one, grab it. My drink never got below half,
Yeah. Yeah,
and
and
I woke up the next day and was like, I I didn't drink anything. What are you talking? My wife was like, "Oh no, you drank like you've never drunk before."
yeah, growing up, my parents owned restaurants and bars, so I've bartended my whole life. So at this party, to make it a blast for my daughter, I bartended all night, and
That's
yeah,
awesome.
so had a blast. It was fun.
That's a great. Those big family type graduation and parties, like life event type parties, are a ton of fun. They're ones that you have a blast at and you always remember.
Yep.
Wedding parties and graduations and things like that. Bar mitzvahs, all that kind of thing. Those are fun.
Yeah. So what
Um,
did you say what you're drinking yet? No.
No, I think we talked about this one on the last show, but it's been a few weeks. I don't remember. So I just got this one within the last few weeks. I can't remember, but this is another Colorado small batch called Spirit Hound. I don't remember if we talked about this or not,
I haven't heard.
but
No.
this is don't don't kick me from the show, but it's
Uh-oh.
not bourbon.
Oh, is
It's
it?
whiskey. So it's,
heck,
I mean, it's
come
kind
on,
of in the
come
same
on.
vein, but it's not.
Yeah.
And it is
Now we're
finished.
getting
Now we're
snobby.
now we're getting snobby. It's not a bourbon; it's whiskey. It's a single malt whiskey, and it's a small batch local here, and it is actually aged in honey barrels.
Oh, okay. That
So
sounds good.
yeah, so it's got a little bit of a honey.
I mean, come on. I think the last show or 2 shows ago, I had barbecue flavored bourbon or whiskey. So, come on.
You did exactly. So, but it was still bourbon, and normally I don't
Yes.
deviate from the bourbon side. But
Yeah.
my wife got me this one, and I'm like, okay, let's drink it.
Cool. All righty.
Yep.
So, here we go on to a golf story. So, I have a little bit of a tragedy to talk about.
Does this have anything to do with our September trip coming up?
No, thank God.
I don't think the people realize that we're going to go golf again in September. So
Yeah, no. So
we need to figure out how we're going to record ourselves on that. But okay, sorry. Go to your golf story. I didn't mean to derail us.
So my golf sim is out of commission at the moment.
What happened?
So that same party that we threw, the graduation party, I made the huge mistake of just kind of leaving the sim open for people to go down and screw around. So
the party was at your house.
Oh yeah, so we had like a 20 by 40 tent in the backyard, but the house was like open, and I just left the sim open, and somebody, I think it was kids, it was probably the young high school kids were just down there. Probably, how far can we hit it? Well, they were just railing it into probably into the corner, and it just blew out the corner of the enclosure, because I had it kind of a board and there were padding, but they just took out the zip ties, and so there's 5 balls back there. So it's easily fixable, but here's the problem is that I've wanted to replace my screen, because I don't know if you remember, maybe a year and a half ago in our golf league, someone hit a ball, their head of their iron came off and went through my screen.
Oh yeah, that's right. Went through the screen. Yeah.
So I patched it. And since then I'm just I'll probably replace that at some point. Well, now to fix this, I really got to get in there and disconnect the screen and reconnect everything. So I'm I might as well replace the screen too. So I ordered a new screen. I've got pads coming. So at this point, the golf sim is out of commission for a little bit. Yeah.
Well, and there's no, I would say I would use it as an opportunity to redo the whole sim, but you can't, you already have a 936 LST projector, so you're not going to replace that. You already have a good gaming PC with your machine, so you're not going to replace that. And you can't do an XO or an XO2 because of where your ceiling mount is. You have to stay with the QED.
Yeah, basically I'm doing the whole enclosure again. None of the
you're just going to replace the enclosure and the screen. Yeah. That's, I mean,
it's going to take me probably a good weekend, because I got to take the screen down. I got to take, there's boards on there with pads on them. They all got to come out.
Dude, if I lived right around the corner from you, I'd be there to help you repair it all and fix it all up. I love doing that stuff on my own.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I know you would.
I feel bad. I put my sim down, and I think dust came off the screen when I rolled the screen down, because I haven't used it for
the good thing, that much. Everything you did wrong, and now it'll go up. It'll be even better. Before I got Carl's now sells, if anyone's aware, Carl's, I have a premium screen because I do 4K. So, but now they sell the premium screens, and it has the flaps built into them now.
Yep.
So you just pull the flaps out. I'm going to put strips of Velcro and then put the padding right behind it. I didn't have that before, so it'll look really nice now and be sealed up nice now.
Yeah, get those foam pads in there and get it all. You'll be better than it ever was now that it's great. So it's a blessing in disguise, right?
I just wasn't expecting to do it this quick.
Dude, I went down there when my daughter had some of her friends over, not a party or anything. She just had a bunch of her friends over, and they were hanging out one night. I went to bed, and she apparently took them down to go show them the sim. I went down the next day, and I have an old set of clubs down there as well. They're not my current set, and the head was snapped off 2 of them. So I don't know what the hell those kids were doing down there.
I was missing probably half a dozen balls. Tees are all over the place. My clubs, you could tell they were using. I didn't want people using my clubs, but they did.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Well, I mean, it's that blessing in disguise. You'll get a new screen and enclosure out of it, which is what you need. You just need to get all the parts and stuff.
Yeah.
I have a golf story too.
Ooh.
kind of a
Okay.
two golf stories. It's they're both relatively short, but two golf stories. One is well, they're both kind of celebrations. But my daughter, who plays, she'll be a senior in high school, so I think she's a year younger than your youngest. Right? Your youngest just graduated.
No, my middle one just graduated.
Your middle one graduated. Sorry, she's
Yeah.
a year younger than your middle one. Sorry.
Yes, correct.
So my daughter will be a senior in high school, and we'll do this graduation party next year.
Yep.
She plays on her. You guys know we've talked about a lot that she plays on her varsity golf team. She also plays. We have a great junior golf program all through in Colorado all through the summer, and so it's really cool. Like you can, there's the bottom level is like beginners. Like you just want to learn to play golf and play in some tournaments. The middle level is the series where they're good golfers there. And then the Cup Series, you actually have to go. Everybody goes into the Player Series, which is the middle one, and then they run 2 qualifying tournaments in the spring. And if you qualify, then with a high enough score, then you get put into this Cup Series. The Cup Series tournaments are all 2-day tournaments, multi-day, longer yards, things like that. Anyway, my daughter had one of these tournaments last Thursday, and she's been doing well, but not necessarily like crushing it. Like she'll call me after each tournament and be like, yeah, I left this one out, or driver wasn't working right, or putter was cold, or whatever. And this one, she called me up as soon as she was done, and she won with the 79 in a tournament with about 40 other girls, and about the boys play too, but they have their own ranking. So she came in first with a 79 and got a bunch of points. They have a points race all summer long they have a championship, and so she got 35 or 40 points towards her placement in the championship at the end of the summer. So it's a good, happy day in the house for her.
Woohoo! Yeah.
And then second quick story was gear story. And there's 2 of them. One is I got my brand new custom, let's break it, my custom lab DF3 showed up today. So super stoked to get out there and do that one. And so that's been a month in hold. But the other really weird equipment, look at that.
Look how big this guy's getting.
He is huge. Holy cow.
Yeah.
That dog was
this
little.
has nothing to, yeah, he was a puppy. He's a big guy now.
So I have I'm a big fan of my P790s, my TaylorMade. I've used them for a couple of years now. And when I bought them, within a few months of me buying them, my club, I saw a Facebook message about a black set of P790s. And so I reached out to my club fitter, and he was like, sure, I can get them for you, and it'll just be another full set of clubs, I didn't do it. And then last November he pinged me and said, hey, I have a set of black 790s here. If you want, I'll cut you a deal on them. And I'm like, nah, I'm good. I got my clubs. Okay, fine. So fast forward to we're getting towards the end of summer, and I'm like, I'm in this really weird boat where it's so hot here right now that I don't like playing outside. But I also really hate and it's a complete first world problem. I hate like having to get my clubs out of the bag and wash them and clean them and do everything before I go down into the sim. And then I will go out the next day, back out and hit balls in the morning, and then back to the, you know what I mean? So I'm kind of back and forth a lot. So I decided, I think what I need to have is a second set of clubs. So I called my club head guy up, and I was like, do you happen? I was rationalizing it. And so I said, do you happen to have those black 790s? He's like, no, they're long gone. I'm like, okay, so what do I do? Being the resourceful guy I am, I go to eBay. And I start searching for a used set of black P790s, okay? And I don't find anything. I did find some out there, and they were too expensive. I'm not going to buy them, and blah, 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 and this, that. And I saw one post from a guy that had these black 2023 brand new black 790s. Mine are 2021. I'm like, hey, I might as well get a later version. But it said it was either shipping from North Carolina or Hong Kong. And so I sent the guy a note to clarify shipping. He never replied to the note. And then eBay does a great job and was like, hey, there's 14 people who have these in their cart. You better hurry. And so I went and looked, and I'm like, it was a buy it now or best offer. So I put an offer in, and then eBay pops up. It's like, well, there's 3 offers competing, 2 higher than yours. You're not going to win with that. So I'm like, screw it. And I just bought it. So I bought this set. The guy has 0 ratings, sold 3 items, and I don't know where they're shipping from. So I bought them, and I'm like, Okay, fine. And the next day I woke up and I was like, what the hell did I just do? They weren't super expensive. They were several $100s, but it wasn't like thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the hell did you do? So I
eBay's
send a
pretty
message.
good about fixing that if it's a problem.
Yeah. So that's what I figured. So I send a note to the guy. He doesn't reply. I bought them on a Friday. No word on Saturday. No word on Sunday. No word on Monday. No word on Tuesday. And I'm like, now I'm looking for how do I get my money back? It's been 4 days. I haven't 5 days. I haven't heard a word from anybody. I wake up on Wednesday and there's a tracking number. And I'm like, what the hell? And the tracking number in DHL from Hong Kong. And I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm getting now. Okay, fine. Something is
he
coming
might
my
just
way.
be buying some more time to keep your money.
What am I getting? Yesterday?
You're going to get a bunch of dowel rods in the mail.
Yesterday? Okay, hold on. I'm scooting off screen, I know, so I can reach over. Hold on. Yesterday, a box shows up. So basically, they shipped on Tuesday. It updated on Wednesday. So from Tuesday to Friday or Saturday, my shipment went from Hong Kong through customs to Denver. And what showed up were a brand new set of 790s that are black, still with the plastic on them.
Wow.
All the way through, plastic on the grips and everything. These are like right out of the box, brand spanking new. So I'm not sure what happened or how I scored this. So now I have a brand new set of black, and my guy has already ordered shafts that I'll take them down and he'll reshaft them up for me and everything. I just dropped it and broke it. So anyway, you can buy cool golf stuff on eBay. short story.
Well, at least it was a happy ending, right?
It was a happy ending. Both of them were happy endings. So, all right, not really playing golf stories, but golf stories.
All right. So let's get into the main business here, which is new courses.
New courses.
Yeah. So new courses. Why don't I have any new course music? Oh, there we go.
There we go. Come on, Steve.
Quiz, because I don't remember. How many courses was it? Was it 15?
That is a good question.
Was it 15?
1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9,
yeah, I think
10,
it's 15.
11.
Pretty sure it was 15. We're going to go with 15. We'll find out at the end of this. Okay. So let's start at the top here. We got Joe Legowski Golf Training Facility. Now,
we got to talk about this one.
We got to talk about this because let's
talk about this for a second.
It's not really a course. It's a training facility. So, and for you, if you don't know, Joe Legowski has sounds like he's got a training program. He's got a YouTube channel.
I think, is he in the UK? I'm assuming he has a UK accent in the video, I think.
Does he?
I remember I watched the training video.
I did watch the training video. Now I can't remember. I didn't think he did, but maybe he does.
Maybe he did.
Legowski just does not speak.
It doesn't. It sounds like Sheboygan, like he's up in the upper peninsula.
Now, well, maybe he is in the UK because the location of this, I'm pretty sure this is fictitious.
It's UK. Yeah, it's in Lincolnshire. Yeah. I say that like I know where the hell Lincolnshire is.
I'm guessing then it probably is in the UK. But here's what I'd recommend. So this is pretty cool. And how he did this, and you really need to watch the video because if not, you're going to go in there, you're going to be thoroughly confused how the whole thing works. But it's really slick about being able to go in there, train distances, train hitting, putting, greens, chipping, hitting different like rough, deep rough, bunker stuff. And it's all kind of based on, you have to go into practice mode, and then it's based on the hole you're on and then the pins you pick. Honestly, I watched that video probably 3 or 4 days ago on how to use it. I probably have to go watch it again to see all the different options in there. But I think anyone who's new to GS Pro, I would highly recommend you kind of use that to kind of get your feel for how to hit stuff around like your short game, really, right?
Yeah. No, I mean, I had some questions. Like, first off, I mean, I would love to know, and Bob, let us know, or Joe, if you're watching the show, I don't know, let us know. Like, did he pull LiDAR of your exact facility? Is it set up just like your exact facility? I'm curious. Like, I assumed that it was a replica of an existing, and I didn't go internet research this.
Joe had mentioned at one point during his video that like the bunker like short game facility was a replica of another YouTuber, or was it him? I wasn't sure if he's being sarcastic or not.
I wasn't sure, and I was a little confused. So I'm curious. Like he yeah. So anyway, I'm curious on that. The other thing too is like I'm curious if I'm just curious out loud, like if Joe is doing more stuff with sim golf lately, like
Hmm.
training and stuff in the winter time with sim. Hence, he wanted his training facility to be on there, and people he can give them drills to go do. I think the flop wall, by the way, is one of the. It's the
It's
only
pretty cool.
flop
I
wall I
forgot
have
about the
seen
lop.
in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the only one I've seen in GS Pro that I know of, and I think it's if you have not used a flop wall before, it is a great way of learning how to
Doesn't
open up your
Riverwalk
training
have
course.
like some type of flop wall or something, or no?
I know
Maybe I
it's
could be
got
wrong.
the breaking the cubes. And I haven't. I to be fair, I haven't played Riverwalk in a while, so I'm sure he's done
Yeah.
some updates since I played it last.
But that's cool. So we didn't give it an MPOW. It definitely deserves an honorable mention. So,
Yeah, just the
how about even like
creativity.
a round of applause? There you go.
Yeah,
Right.
and I will say the one thing I do recommend, Pub. I would, a la Riverwalk, I would put a board with instructions in various spots on that course because
Mm.
not everybody's going to be able to have the video up and what it's pretty complicated how to get to the putting green, the flop wall, the practice green, the Sunday pins versus the Friday pins, and there's different, So I actually do recommend. I didn't see it on there. Just create a board and put it in plain sight where people can say to do the flop wall, do Sunday pins or whatever. You know what I mean? Do whatever it is.
I feel like our dyer did something. It wasn't even a wall, but it was something like imposed almost into the bottom of his screen that had like a list of
He did it.
everything.
Yeah, he actually had in the back of the screen. He had a list of like four. Yeah, he did that as
Like, go
well.
to hole
So
one is this, hole two is this, or something
yeah,
along those lines.
I
But
just think there's so many different options on this training facility that you don't want to have to
we'll get
always go
hidden.
back to the
Yeah.
video just to see what it is. Yep.
Yep. Yeah, for sure.
Yep. Great
Uh,
course.
Yeah. And then we had two courses from Australia. One, which is Katoomba Golf Club by T-Boz. So T-Boz, congratulations. I think he is a newbie. So congratulations on Katoomba Golf Club.
Yep.
And then the same person that did Joe Legowski's golf training facility also did another one called Kuyanga Golf Club. Again, this is just weird that we have like two courses in Australia and both of them are these odd kind of goofy names. They sound like Bushman names. But that one by Pop 16. So we had the training facility and Kayunga come out this week.
Yep. Yep.
And then we have another new face on the
Yep.
block
Yep.
from Suttons Bay, Michigan. We got TC Garage Golf coming out with Leelanau Golf Club at Bale
Sure.
Farms. Okay,
Sure.
close
Bale
enough.
farm. Yep. Sure.
Or if they're French, maybe it's Bele, whatever.
Belay, Lilanu Club at Belay Farms.
So congratulations to T-Boz is new, TC Garage Golf is new. So congratulations on your getting your blue badge there. So there's 4 courses. So next 4, which brings us up to 8, is Michigan University Golf
Michigan
Club by the Golf Boy, which is our
had a
first.
little bit of controversy.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, a
our
little
first
bit.
repeat course. We got 2
Yeah,
of these now.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
1v3, 1v4.
what surprises me is less that the golf boy didn't know this existed, but somebody out there commissioned it with him. And you think
And
that this
didn't know it was
person,
already on. Yeah, yeah.
the first thing, like if you are going to pay for a commission course, wouldn't the first thing you do go into GS Pro and search for it, see if it's in there?
I well, I am. There will be another repeat. I am actually redoing a course that's currently in GS Pro.
Yeah, but is that an
Um,
old course?
But that's just it. I don't even think it's a V3 course. I think it was like an old, maybe a PG course
Yeah,
imported, and we can't find the guy who made it anymore. I reached out 7 different ways from Sunday, and no one. And so Sting and John and
that's
these guys
different
were like,
because when
just
that course comes out, that one will come down. These are both in GS Pro now.
correct. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, So that's Michigan University Golf Course. And we got Shingle Creek Golf Club by Get Glacier down in Orlando, Florida.
Yep.
We've got CE Sim Golf, coming out with a beauty with the bridges at Montrose.
Yep.
And so how far is that from you there in Colorado? Have you played that
It's
one
not
before?
Montrose is not too far. No, I would say maybe 40 minutes without
Uh-huh.
traffic. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not too far.
Nothing you've played before, though?
I have not played it. Nope. Nope.
Okay.
I've heard really good things about it. I've not played it.
Nice. And then we got Redlands Mesa Golf Course by yours truly.
Who is
Hello.
that guy? Who is
Who's
that
that guy?
Hello.
Congratulations on another great course there, buddy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So let's move on. So the next four, so this brings us up to 12. Magna Golf Club out in Aurora, Ontario, Canada by Mr. M.T. Hunt. Then we got T Squared, who came out with SGT West Weiskopf course, which is really just PGA West, out in La Quinta, California. Yeah, shh, we got it quiet.
SGT West.
SGT. The Jackal at Mount Brighton by J. Rubel 7. Then we have another newcomer. Congratulations, Ham Viper, on getting your first published course. We got the Hamilton Golf Club out in Hamilton, Montana.
First off, I don't know why I love his name. Ham Viper just makes me smile every time I hear it and say it. And then the fact that Ham Viper did Hamilton Golf Course is like it's like it couldn't have been designed any better. I love it.
There's too much. There's too much.
Just too much ham.
Yeah. Then we got 3 more. Another one by T Love, Mountain View Country Club out in Boalsburg, Pennsylvania. So that is actually near State College, Pennsylvania. I've heard of this
How
course.
far is that from you?
Probably an hour and 15 minutes. Hour and 20. So it might be something I have to check out. We got Sage Run, another one by the Golf Boy. And then we've got another one by T Squared. We got Trump National Doral. I'm going to say it right this time.
Say
Red
it right
Tiger.
this time, please.
Yeah. Down there in Doral, Florida. So 15 courses.
And I was wrong. I was thinking of a different course. Just to be real clear, I was the course that CE Sim did is on the other side of the state. It's actually much closer to Redlands Mesa. I was thinking of a different course on our side of the state. So my mistake on that.
Okay.
Neither of them have I put.
So let's get into everyone knows and loves the MPOWs.
MPOWs. Right? You want to hire? You want to? Steve? You want to get rid of us?
We should leave us that, right? Yeah. Oh, geez, there's the big explosion, Steve. Okay. So first one, because we like this guy, is Ashy. Congratulations.
I did not submit my own course, by the way, just so you all know. Y'all know that's enough to know. I thank you for doing that. I did not submit my own course.
And I'll honestly, it is a really well done course. It definitely deserves an MPAL. But another reason I like doing MPALs is I can ask you lots of questions about what you did.
You can.
Which makes it a lot more fun. Yeah. So this one is something you've never played. I mean, I asked you, why did you decide to do this?
Are you asking me to answer that?
I'm asking you now. I'm asking you. Yeah, we talked about it in pre-show, but I'm asking you again. I know for me, like a lot of times, like these passion courses, it's something. And I saw this is in Colorado. Grand Chuck's like, oh, he must have played this, but no, you haven't.
I wanted to do it for 2 reasons. One, somebody had about maybe, oh my God, I actually started this course back in December, so it tells you something. Somebody on Facebook had actually asked and said, when I had released, I think, one of the Breckenridge courses, and somebody in that Facebook post said, hey, have you ever thought about doing Redland Mesa? And I heard good things about it anyway. And I was like, oh, so kind of put it on my radar. And 2 was, it's one of the top public courses in the state. It's in the top 10. And so I'm like, well, that's another kind of feather in his cap for me to go do. And then the third reason, I just always look for courses with big elevation changes. I don't love doing flat courses myself. And this one had them. When I started watching videos of the course, I'm like, holy crap, so this is on my list. I actually want to do a Western swing, and I want to go play Lakota Links, which is on the way out to Grand Junction. I want to go play Redlands Mesa, and I want to swing back and go play the Bridges at Montrose, which are all kind of on that side. So I need to figure out, maybe next summer I can go do a Western State swing and go hit them all.
Yeah, cool. So let's hide videos, and let's just get right into it. So first tee box. Now, not a lot of elevation on this first tee box, but the one thing you do see right away is, and you notice like the mountainscapes around there.
Yep.
We're going to touch a little bit more on that here in a second, but obviously we talk about your custom tee markers, custom flags. Now, I thought maybe I was like, okay, where the T markers came from, you actually went, this is what they are. They're just painted
Yeah.
rocks that they found.
Yeah. I went into Pinterest and found a whole bunch of videos and pictures, not video, pictures of people that have played the course, and I found a couple of YouTube videos as well. And those are they just take rocks and spray painted them, it looked like. And so I did the same thing.
Nice.
Now
And
go
then
back real quick, because one thing is, if you go back one slide real quick, that house. So one thing to note, these houses are all going to be a little different. I actually bought a brand new house pack I've never used before. I've never seen these houses anywhere in GS Pro,
well,
and
they're
so
all very modern looking.
they're all very modern looking. And then this one house on the number one hole, if you look at the flyover on the number one hole, there is this beautiful, very modern, very square house right where it's positioned here on the edge of the green on the first hole. And so I went and
Right here.
that's actually a SketchUp house that I pulled down and
Oh,
converted
really?
in.
Okay.
So that one is, the rest of the houses are all kind of modern looking house packs that I brought down and converted.
Okay. Now, I'd like to say, and I've never played this course, I'd like to say that these houses seem far enough off that they wouldn't get under my skin.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
But
They're pretty
I mean,
far,
they
but
look like, and they're kind of sparse too. They're not dense
yeah,
in there. So
yeah,
feeling pretty good about that. Now, I was really surprised when I started looking at this. I thought, oh, he did like a pano, but no, this is all terrain out there.
correct.
And it was really kind of funny, is like, especially here, I flew out there and I felt like a jet fighter. I could fly
You
through
could
the
fly right
valley
through
and
the
stuff.
canyons. Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually went out and I did the LiDAR process 4 different times. The outer wasn't big enough to catch all the mountains. So instead of just putting the pano up, which people are using, which is great, I just chose not to do that. I did north, south, east, and west, the satellite, the LiDAR process 4 times, and instead of I actually did it 6 times. I did the inner, I did the outer, then I did north, south, east, and west, and then I brought those 4 incremental into Blender, meshed them, deleted out the stuff I didn't need, so I left just the mountains there, then brought the meshes into the game, and then tried to size them appropriately based on videos that I had seen. So those are 3D, like you said, you can fly all the way through. And then what I did, if you go forward back to where you were looking on that next screenshot here, I layered in some nature manufacturer meadow hills to kind of give it that rolling
Okay.
hill up.
Because I went out there at one point and I thought that I was like, some of these look like prefabs.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
But
some
what
of
did
those
you
are
change the
prefabs.
colors on them though?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So here now, one of the reasons I capture here is not only the mountains in the background, but you got some elevation drop going on, right?
Yep. 31 yards down to the left. Yep.
Now, curious enough, do you know exactly how many trees you planted? Because there aren't many.
Maybe 32.
Yeah, there
There aren't
are a
many
lot.
trees. It's
Yeah.
desert. Like, it's not, you're on the
Lot of
western
dry
slope. So,
glasses, lots
yep.
of like cool rock work. One of the things I really noticed was how like the hues across the entire course are very consistent. So if you look at the rocks and the grasses here, you can tell it's the same like biology out on the mountains too, right? What you
Yep.
see is what you get here. And then you added a lot of balloons,
I
right?
added some hot air balloons. Just I wanted to give some depth in addition to the mountains when you're playing the course, and I animated them in a way. I tried to time it so that by the time you finished a round of 18, those balloons have moved across the course in different ways. So they're not static and they take time to move.
I
I
did
do want to
notice that
give
like one of them was moving faster than the other, so they like as the court they definitely move differently.
Yes. I do want to give a shout out though, because I started this in December, and then I was really, the satellite imagery was bad. It really was not very good to work with. And I got to give a shout out to Bangini, because I think I spent about an hour and a half just literally going to school on his sat shader process.
Mm.
So he helped me immensely learn different techniques on doing sat shader with bad satellite imagery that I tried to implement here.
Yep. Yeah. More rocks. Now these were you backported some prefabs here, right?
Yep. These are rock wall prefabs I backported and brought in and tried to size, shape, texture, and move around. It's actually, you can see a little bit of repetition now that I can see it here, but it's mainly the same wall that's been used over and over just to give that. I mean, it's all out of bounds up top there, so you're not going up there anyway. And
Yeah.
then I layered in trees and bushes, not trees, bushes and grasses and rocks to offset it.
More great elevation changes, cool views here. The birds flying over top, blue water. The grasses looked really good. Here you can just see these vast fields of dried out grasses, which
Yep.
match the floor really well, which gives it that extra level of fullness as well.
Yep. Thank you.
So yeah,
So
nice
fun
job.
course to do. I'm done with it only because I kind of got blocked. I got to a point and I was like, I couldn't make it. There was no trees to hide stuff. I just kind of stalled out on it for about 2 months, and then I came back to it in May and finished it up.
Cool. All right. So
Cool.
congratulations on another
Thank
MPOW
you.
for you.
Thank you.
Okay, so what do we got next? SGT West. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna say SGT West. That's it.
It's SGT West. Great course. Everybody knows this course.
So first tee box, we've got some really cool, like magical tee box markers, right?
I don't know how they stand on their edge on the little the little
Hey,
pinpoint of that, but
we can do magic stuff because
we
it's
can
all
do magic.
virtual. We can do whatever we
I
want.
think
So
that
yeah,
looks
those are
so
cool.
good, though.
They're
I
cool.
think that
They're cool.
that tee marker looks so good.
Yeah, it is nice. Especially,
Yep.
it's interesting because we already talked about what way should these be turned. He just did them diagonally,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah, he
not
did. Yeah.
not facing the camera. They kind of talk like to the back right a little bit. So cool.
Yeah.
Cut flags there and there. Um, there's a really good so like this course. I think the theme here is he's got like these rock, going to call them deposits everywhere that are really kind of grown up and unkempt. Some of them are in the middle of bunkers, some of them are just around the water, but he did a really good job again fitting the theme and hue of the course to make sure that they look really natural. What's
Yep.
cool here is you can see the golf side, which is watered. You've got the dry side, which is all 3DG.
Yes.
Um, but he did a good job of like he's got colors in here from both sides, so it's not
Yep.
too abrupt and things tend to blend really well. So there's just a hint for you guys on any course, like instead of doing blends or having mesh seams, man, just put a bunch of rocks and vegetation and you can mask things that way as well.
I
Reflections look
felt
really
like
good here too.
their reflections are great. I also felt like there was, I mean, I know there is, but like the way he did the grasses, like you're talking about, with some green from the right side and some brown from the left side into that center part where the rocks are, is it made it feel like there's a stream in there. I mean, there
Yeah.
is, but like the way the grasses are, like they're getting their water, so I thought it was really well. Really well done. I think my only thought was, I understand and I like the 3DG on the dried out part. When I was playing this one in the sim, it felt like I actually at one point thought, oh, he forgot grass over here. What's going on? Because 3DG doesn't render until you're up close. And so further
Yeah.
away, when I got up close, it was fine. But yes, I was over there. But when I farther away, it made me look like he forgot to plant grass there for a second. But other than that, it looks so good.
Yeah, yep, it is a good looking course. So just as I was talking about there, then he also has like these rock deposits in the middle of the bunker. So not quite waste bunkers, I would say, because there'd be more vegetation in the bunkers themselves, but looks really good. I think breaks up these big giant mammoth bunkers really
And
nicely.
I think I see my ball like on the rock under the bush there, unable to
Yeah,
hit it. So
yeah.
there's, that's exactly where I would go. If you notice also, because like this is, I like the edges of where on the right hand side where the blend of the bunker and the grass meet, and you see those little. He's using
Ridges.
new bunker tools to make the ridges and make it not
Whoops.
look so. Whoops,
Yeah,
make it not look so uniform.
perfect.
Yep,
It shouldn't be perfect, right?
it shouldn't be perfect. Correct.
Yeah, his blends were really good.
Yeah,
Now the reason I'm pointing now, normally I don't point out. Like sometimes we say, "Hey, the blends are really good," but one of the things I noticed in I think two courses that week that we actually both noticed this when we came and compared notes, was that a couple of the courses, the blends at this angle looked good.
Right.
However, when you flew over the holes, the blends got too dark. And you got to
Yep.
make sure you're aware of that when you're working on your blends. Look at them from close up, look at them far away. There's different settings for blends that control what that darkness is from far away. Some of them, when you did flyovers, you're like, saw these really dark or these really bright green lines that just didn't work right. These look really good, in my opinion.
Yeah, and it's like that with all the textures. If you there are settings to adjust the color and the hue of the texture up close and far away. And if you only adjust one of them, then it'll pop. Like when
Yeah.
you from far away to closer, it'll pop as those colors change. So just watch out for those. Not
Yeah,
this course. The course didn't do it.
yeah, and then like when you're up close, like here, sometimes also your 3DG can kind of mask a bad blend as well, but far away like this, it can't. Now here it
Yep.
looks fine,
Yep.
but in some other courses we noticed that's what it looked like.
Yep.
Now, everyone might know that I have this, mental block with houses, and this will be, although this is a really fun course, I'll play it in the sim. I will never play this course in real life.
I don't think you will. I don't think you will. This
This
is
is
giving you this. You're shaking right now just looking at the screenshot.
I need to pour myself another drink even to look at this right now.
Yes, you do. Yes, exactly.
I mean, these houses, so that's 309, so that's 100, 200, 300. That means that these houses are like maybe 50 yards off center from that fairway. Right? And
Yeah, go ahead. No, go. You're gonna go where I'm gonna go with it.
yeah, and then these, look how dense they are. If you go over
Yep.
there, you're hitting something. You're absolutely
Yep.
hitting something.
Yep.
Now on the next page here, this almost made me throw up in my mouth a little bit, which was this one right here. I would totally, and I think I did this when we went golfing.
You
I'm
did.
standing right here, and you guys are like, "Oh, don't hit the houses." I'd hit the houses over here, like the
Yeah,
second
the
row
houses
back.
on the front row are safe. It was the
Yes.
houses across the road you hit.
Yeah. I think I hit the road and bounced into someone's like driveway and probably hit the side of their house. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. We heard it.
Um.
And then
Oh
the
yeah.
lady came out with it with the moo on and the cigarette in her mouth, and her hair was in curlers, and she was like, "Get off my lawn!"
You got my line. Get down. We had actually this little diverge. I played golf today. We were in one of the guys I was with, who's actually a really good golfer. You'll meet him on a trip. He's probably like a 2 or 3 handicap right now.
Oh, nice.
He shanked one, which is
Oh,
rare for him.
yeah.
And he's kind of over to the right, kind of by a road, looking for the ball. And next thing you know, we see these guys pull up in a golf cart. And like I'm far away, and they throw the ball at him, and they say something to him. Then they turn around and leave. He looks at the ball, and all I hear him say, "This isn't even my ball." So apparently, they accused him of hitting them, and it wasn't even his ball.
That's
I don't know.
funny.
Yeah, so I thought that was very
Wow.
hilarious because he's actually a really good golfer, and for him to get accused of hitting somebody is one thing, but
Yes.
then it's
Yeah.
not even his ball. We had a good chuckle.
That's funny.
So that
Good
was a
job.
great course. Congratulations on
Great
the
course.
MPOW.
Good job.
Yep. So let's go to Australia. POB 16. Congratulations. We're going to give you MPOW on Kayunga Golf Club. I assuming that's Adelaide, South Australia. So not a terribly long course,
Nope.
right? But let's jump in here. I think so. He did an amazing job here with a couple different things. Well, first of all, first course. Now, this isn't a terribly, I would say, elevated course. If you like a lot of elevation, the holes do get a little interesting. There's a little bit of
Yep.
target golf
Good
involved.
layout. It's a good layout.
It was a good layout. Beautiful tee markers. I love how he incorporated the logo in here, especially in the flags as well.
Yep.
Looked really nice. I really liked his bunkers. Now I know the wet look, you can automate that with Blender, but he definitely, I think, like changed. I like how he changed the default color. They're not too white. They're more of like this tan.
Agreed.
I've never played in Australia, but for some reason, this is the way I think the sand looks there. I don't know.
I've never Australia's on my bucket list of places to go. I've never been there, and I agree. I feel like the sand is going to be darker there for some reason. I don't know
Because
why.
it's, you know why? Because the Earth spins in the opposite direction down there, makes the
It
sand
makes
darker.
sense. That's why. It's exactly why.
Yeah. Uh, I also think he did it. Like you see so many new guys come into the forums and say, "Hey, I'm looking for like dense, low brush. I need like that dense look. You know, I want to like make it look like if my ball goes in there, I can't find it."
You can't find it. He
He did a
nailed it.
good job here.
He
Really good
nailed it.
job.
It's good looking.
You don't see any daylight coming through there whatsoever,
None.
right?
None. I'm just curious what he did. I mean, like I didn't fly in there to see, but did he just overplant lower bushes, or did he lower trees tops down or
Yeah, I would
something?
assume
Like,
we'd have to look under the terrain and just see if he like just drop some stuff really low, a shitload of
yep,
stuff. But the performance
yep.
on the course, I checked it, it was fine.
It
So
was
everything he
great.
did worked. Yeah,
Yep.
I thought that looked really good. Did have some elevation, but I just want to show this course. Like this is just again a good example of some of like the really good vegetation, just some really dense looking grasses here all around.
Yep.
Just coming in tight on you and makes your hands sweat a little bit because you're going down the chute. Um, Good stuff though. It definitely felt like Australia to me. And then
Great clubhouse.
right,
I'm curious. Is he doing his own blender work? Because that's a
I don't
great
know. I
clubhouse.
don't know. I think there's some blender work, and I think like the according that training facility. I think there's like the when you hit out of like some of the stalls and stuff in the
Yep.
driving
Yep.
range.
Yep.
So maybe he is doing some blender work now. Not sure, but
I don't know. It looks
cool
good. It looks really
clubhouse.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool clubhouse.
I mean, it could be a DP house builder. I mean, given looking at the layout of that
It's
club, it
it's
could be
pretty
a DP house builder.
it's pretty simple. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But and the windows look familiar. The windows look like a DP clubhouse window.
But the textures are still
The
solid on this,
textures are
and
solid. Yeah,
colors are
I do.
good. So
Yep.
yeah.
Agreed.
So congratulations, Pob, on the MPOW.
Great job,
And
Bob. Great
and
course.
yeah, and good job on the training facility as well. We can't give you an MPOW for that because it's not a course, but I think that's a good addition. I
Yep.
know if anyone if in the forum or like Facebook asks for a training, I'll probably just shoot them like that video and say you need to go check this out. So
We didn't put a feature request in this week, but now that we're talking about it, I'm just going to bring up a previously mentioned feature request because that clubhouse, not clubhouse, sorry, the training facility, we need to be able to break out training facilities and stuff like that into its
yes.
own section versus burying it in the list of all courses.
Yeah, make like game improvement courses,
Yep, or
courses
put it
with and without driving ranges, right?
in the practice section of GS Pro. Have
Yeah,
another tile that is something for user created content like practice facilities and stuff. Because if you don't know that it exists, you don't know to go look for it. It just gets buried in the long list.
I think another good thing is like when you click on driving range, have the screen say, "Would you like to use the default driving range or pick one of the driving ranges from a course?"
Yeah, yeah. Or if you're going to go play a course, when you click on the play, have it pop up. Do you want to use the driving range to warm up or something?
Yeah,
Like I don't know.
yeah,
I wish they'd promote driving ranges more somehow.
yeah. It's funny. I was totally against that not too long ago, and now I'm all for
Now
it.
you're all in on it. See,
Yeah,
I remember when you didn't like driving ranges.
I'm like, it doesn't make sense inside of a golf simulator, but
I use them all the time, and I check every course when there's a driving range. I look at it for MPOW reasons.
all right. So congratulations, Bob. Nice course. Well done.
Yep, yep, really good.
And we have Mr. CE Sim Golf.
Sim Golf, congratulations! The most heavily advertised course on Facebook.
Yeah. This is like Grey Wolf, right?
It's like Grey Wolf. Well, he's trying to make it like Grey Wolf by bringing it up over and over again, but it's really well done. It's such a great course.
Now, I see that this is in Colorado.
Yeah.
So I think you have something to say about that, right?
Let's talk about the course first, and then I'll give him my 2 cents in a second.
Okay. So 7,000 from the tips, which is typical for Colorado because you guys have that fancy air out there.
Yeah, fancy air, which it makes your ball go further and farther. Yep,
Yeah.
further and farther. Yep.
Now, a question for you. Do you ever
Yeah,
drive your car from Colorado to the East Coast and do your tires like blow up because the air expands?
I don't drive my car beyond the grocery store, so
Or
no,
would
I
it be
don't.
the opposite? So it's light
It
air.
would be
No,
the opposite.
they
I
would
think they
actually get
would.
flat, wouldn't they?
They get flatter as you go down.
Yes,
Now,
you're right.
yeah, I mean, they actually, I do know, and I will tell you since you did bring it up, cars that get sold here are actually adjusted to altitude here. So tire
Oh,
pressure, they
as far
actually
as the I would guess that the gas mixture as well.
the gas mixture, so carburetor cars or whatever they do for gas. I don't have a gas car anymore, but whatever they do for gas, they have to adjust engines to be able to burn at altitude a little bit differently than at sea level. So they do some tweaks on cars up here
Didn't think about
to
that. Yeah, right.
yep. Yep.
Hmm, interesting.
Really cool course. A good layout. I'm looking for. This is on my list. Like I said, when I go to the western side of the state, to go play this one. I don't think it's private. Now he did like, and I love this by the way, guys. CE sent me a bunch of info about the course, which we'll talk about as we go through this. So if you submit a course to GS Pro and you think about it and you got some unique info behind it, send it to us and we'll talk about it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
The only thing I do have to say to CE Sim is you can go ahead and hit the next button. Get off my lawn.
I saw that was coming because I have the preview on the next slide in there. I was setting you up for it. Go ahead, make my day.
Go ahead. That's a great movie by the way. Okay, next slide. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So,
Yeah,
I felt like everything in here looked like an oil painting.
I did too.
It
It
is
felt like it
so
was yeah.
beautiful, and he is the complete package when it comes to course building as far as using all his lighting capabilities, which I'm really bad at. I don't do enough. I got to work more with lighting, learn lighting a little bit better, but he does tweaks the lighting, his grasses, everything. And just so you know, these aren't blended tees. Those are the tee markers. They're just, kind of like double tee markers here.
Yep.
These pyramids, call it,
Yep.
and flags, of course. And then it would be a CE Sim Golf unless he did
Without
some really cool stuff with the bunkers, right?
I mean, the bunker work he did on this course is just I the tools make it easier to do the bunker work. I don't think he used the tools. I think he just goes off and each individual bunker and he tweaks everything on his own and they look like it. They look really good. It's some of the best bunker work I've seen.
Now, did you see that he posted in Facebook recently that this winter he's going to start taking some commissions? Did you see
I
that?
did see that. Yeah.
I'm
He should
wondering how much, I'm curious how much he's going to charge
I don't
because,
know, but he should charge a shitload if he's going to touch every single
right?
bunker
If
and
he's
he's
going
going
to
to
build, because, I mean, these courses take him a long time, a
Yes.
long time.
Yes.
Or maybe he's just going to do it as kind of like a passion thing, maybe just charge like everyone else does, but it takes him longer, and he's fine with that. I don't know.
I feel like you can do, and I want to say this, like I think I don't know because I don't build for folks and I don't Patreon, right? But like you can build really good qualities, really good courses quickly, or you can build fewer courses and just take a lot longer to do it. And I don't know, do you charge more for longer and trying to put more attention to detail? Like I know this course, he put a ton.
Yeah.
We didn't get screenshots of all of them because it's too hard to see, but like there are animals all over this course. There's a dog. There's a very particular dog on hole number 15. That was
Well, he's also doing a lot of like custom, when we say like building his textures from scratch.
yep.
Um, a
Well, this
lot
one
of
has 6
things.
custom bridges and 8 custom houses that he built just for this course.
Yeah.
I want those
And
houses, by the way, see, Sim.
and the thing is, like, you and I talk about this, and I see why this should cost more, but
Yeah.
unfortunately, the vast majority of people don't. And
Yeah.
as soon as you get a price from somebody and it's 500, 200, 150 dollars more than the next guy, I don't care, right?
Yeah, I just wish that I think people initially on the first hole were like, or first maybe second hole, like, wow, this is a really pretty course. But even myself and you, like now that you're back playing, we need to start playing these again. Actually, you and I need to start finding time to play these in the sim again, like we used to do, right? Now that you're back. But like we sometimes get into the round and stop looking at the detail because you
Yeah,
just
yeah,
get into
yeah,
the golf, right?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, because like, let's face it, like the first 5 minutes gives you probably 90% of your
Yeah.
opinion, right?
Yep. Yep.
And then
And
after
then
that, it's all kind of like hidden surprises.
and unfortunately, either really, really cool stuff or really, really bad stuff stands out by the time we're on hole 14.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So this just, I mean, these are the edges of the bunkers that he just colors them perfectly. They slope off. It looks like someone was out there with a spade fixing them. Then he does his, his 3DG work, which looks completely different from everybody else. He's got that fuzz look going on to it.
Yep. Now, see, Sim, the one thing I would love, go back one screenshot. The one thing I'd love to figure out. Again, I just very rarely see bunkers with the edges so clean from the grass. And so I would love to figure out how we can put grass. See that top half of see where see that dark line is?
Yeah.
That dark line on that blend right there. I would love to see how we can have spots where that grass comes all the way down to that dark line and spots where it doesn't,
Well,
spots where it does,
he
spots where it
does it,
doesn't.
but that takes a lot of you want a way to automate that.
I want a way to automate that because like
Yeah.
most of the bunkers that I have seen and played and done, it's not quite that clean. It's more rough of the grass right down into the sand or right down to the edge of the sand as opposed to the anyway. So
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful.
Yeah. Sure is.
I mean,
And beautiful glass. I mean, the stream going through here, the bridges going across. These are all
yeah,
custom bridges. Obviously, it's not something you're
yep.
just creating in Blender. The fence in the
I mean, he did the
background.
pano of the actual mountains in the
Yeah.
background, so it's the real look of what you're there. Yep.
This looks like a painting to me. He probably made those trees as well. Beautiful, just like I don't know, just looks like a crisp spring pond that I want to go and
Vicky,
pick watercress out of.
you think he hand planted all that?
Oh, like these reeds for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Yeah.
maybe not like this. This might be a biome out here, but
Or
maybe
yeah,
like the bigger
or
bushes are
trim.
hand planted. But I'm get these. I think are all these are all
Yeah, I
hand
agree.
planted. The reeds. Yeah.
Yep.
And
And
then
then
beautiful
hell of
clubhouse,
a
right?
clubhouse. Hell of
And
a
and
clubhouse.
you got to do a good job on the. So this is the 18th, the
Yep.
approach in the 18th, and that just I love it when you have a. It's just a great way to finish a course in a sim is to have a beautiful clubhouse. The putting green up there. I think that's a putting green up there. The retaining
Up top
wall,
there.
the
Yep. The retaining wall looks
stairs, the
great. Yep.
grasses.
The flag off to the right hand side.
Yeah,
Custom clubhouse, custom building. That's the training facility off to the left hand side there. And yeah, really, really well done.
yeah, beautiful looking course. Congratulations, well done. Round of
Yep.
applause for Mr.
Now,
CE
no
Sim
more
Golf.
Colorado courses for you, CE Sim
Yeah,
Golf.
move on, move
Move on
on.
to a different state.
Go west, young man.
Really, really great job, Chris. Really, really, really great job.
And then
T squared
is this
again.
going to be the last
I don't
Doral
know, man. He
course?
is milking this one. Actually, the next one I'm not going to MPOW. Another great course. Listen, we're not going to spend a ton of time on this one because it's in the same vein as the rest of the Doral courses that he's been releasing. That we have MPOW'd, I think every one. I think this is the third or
Yeah.
fourth out of that
These are, I
list.
do have to say that these are really fun courses to play, though.
They
I do
are.
load these up a lot when the guys are up because there's a lot of water, there's a lot of placement golf, which I think is really important for sim golf because to me, links courses are really boring in sim golf because
Agreed.
you would normally lose your ball.
Correct. And you
But
don't
when
in
you
sim
have a
golf.
course like this that has lots of water on it and it
Yep.
goes in the water, it pisses you off and it feels like golf.
Yeah, it does. And this course has lots of nice surprises with alligators and animals and wetland and everything. It looks great. So we did grab a couple of screenshots just to remind people this is the same vein of the rest of the Doral courses. Colors are great, grasses are great, trees are
Yeah, a
great, tee
perfect example.
boxes.
So T number one, here we go. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bodies of water there,
Yes,
right?
exactly. Yep.
And each one
Um,
has its own alligator, I'm pretty sure.
or more alligators.
Yeah.
Tees. These were different than the previous courses, obviously. So I
Yeah,
grabbed them.
these are referred to as the wooden Oreo cookies.
I'm hungry.
Yes.
Oreo. Same flags. So, and then I did grab one more kind of overall screenshot that shows there's the alligator up front. You feel like you're in Florida. You got the flat land that Florida is with the high rises off in the background with the palm trees and the water. And it's a really, really great course. And it is as good as the rest of the Doral courses that he's released. So, there's no slack. It's kind of easy when you're on your fourth course of the same to slack off a little bit. And he's not. He's just keeping the level of detail up high.
The only this could be a feature request. I'd love to be able to, I don't think this is something that John could even do because it's more of a Unity restriction. I'd love to see the ability to put like a thunderstorm in the distance. Because in Florida, you get those afternoon thunderstorms with some lightning you can see out there.
I can't. You have to be able to do that with a lighting trigger and not as a trigger, but with a lighting. I'll put a light out there and trigger it to go on and off every random. You got to be able to and use put it in the middle of a particle cloud out there, make the cloud gray. You got to be able. There's got to be ways
so it moves around slowly too.
Yeah, but I mean, the answer to that is John just needs to get us on the newest version of Unity.
Yeah, I just feel like I've been in Florida quite a bit, and I feel like Florida always has like a passing afternoon thunderstorm.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair.
Anyway, that's very picky though. All right, so here we go.
Great job.
Yeah, congratulations on the MPOW. Give you a little applause here. And let's go back to our ugly mugs. I only have. We're gonna move on to the post of the week. I only have one post this week. How many did you have?
2. It's been a slow week. Although to be fair, I've been really pretty busy and I have not been like stalking Facebook. I actually need help from you guys. If you guys see Facebook posts, please send them because I'm not seeing them.
Yeah, I feel like they're like just a lot of the repeated questions now. The age-old question of will this computer run GS Pro, right? Which I don't mind those, honestly. People are computer literate. Let them ask. If there's people willing to help, let them help. If you don't like it, ignore it. Okay.
Yep.
But I feel like just some of the funny questions or goofy stuff I just haven't seen a lot. Maybe it'll pick up in the winter.
I think you're getting less posts because you're getting a lot of the same posts, and I think it will pick up as people move in the cold weather states back into their Sims full time.
Yeah,
and you'll have a whole new slew of people that are like, I don't want to play in the winter. I want to get my Sim going. So I think we'll pick up in the winter.
Yeah. All right. So let me get a little goofy music here. Now this is rare for us. Now this is my one post of the week. This is from Discord.
I don't think I've seen this.
And I don't know if you like. I am not like on the SGT side very much. I go over there and kind of see what's going on. All I know is like the GS Pro players room is a freaking shit show now. Like it's just
now they got rid of the ball hitting, the one that everybody else is going. Now
there's just too many personalities in there that I just kind of stay away. It's like a train wreck. You go in there to watch, but like that's about it. But so here's this guy, and I don't know if he does this a lot, but I thought this was really funny. So Phil's huge bulge. Can you smell my eyes on you? Can you smell me looking into your heart? Can you smell me in the pit of your stomach? Can you smell me in you, in your heart? I look to see what else this guy has posted because this is just
that from. Oh my god, when was that posted?
It was a couple days ago when I captured this.
Okay.
But I'm sure if you just go into Discord and you look up Phil's huge bulge, and
I am looking up Phil's huge bulge. I'm looking him up right now as we're talking. He's got a bunch of posts.
Does he have a bunch of like random stuff? Because someone actually after this said, "Dude, you're getting weirder and weirder."
He's got one that says "gape me."
I didn't see that. I should have looked to see what else he's posted.
It's from 7:30 from June.
I have a feeling it's just somebody else who has just like a second Discord account who just goes in there and puts some of this funny random shit, but it's great.
Oh my god, yeah, I think it's he's got a bunch of posts in there, but that it must be somebody's. Wish I could grind Phil. I mean,
did someone reply with that?
I don't. I'm just looking at his post. I did look at it, so I'm looking to see. No. Oh, somebody's asking, is it Wiz? Is Wiz Bill's huge balls? It's somebody else who created a Discord name. So yeah, it
It's
has to
got to
be.
be. Yeah.
It's
Someone who's
funny.
just having
That
a
was
little bit
pretty
of
good.
fun.
I hadn't
Yeah.
seen that. That's pretty good.
All right.
Way to bring it with
So
one. Way to bring it with one. I only brought two, and neither of them are very good. And I actually don't remember what the second one was, so that'll tell you how good it is.
okay, here we go.
So I just love the name of this book. It's all over my Facebook feed,
Yeah,
and I
I've
have no
seen it
clue if it's any
too.
good or not. But if I were to make a golf book, like a swing book or something like that, I would call this "Unfuck Your Golf Swing." Like I think it's the name of it's brilliant.
Yeah. Have you seen the guy who does, I think it's either TikTok or Facebook Reels, who does like those short golf instructional videos? But he's like Scottish, and all he does is like yell.
No, I'm not.
If you want to hit the fucking ball and you want to throw it back to the hole, you gotta get your hands in the right position.
I have not seen that.
It's highly entertaining, but it gets annoying quick too.
I stopped watching golf swing videos after I realized that every time I think it's going to fix my problem, that's not the problem that I have.
Yeah,
And
right.
it causes something else broken in my. So I now watch a lot of golf entertainment videos, like the guys crashing the carts into the lakes and stuff like that. I'd rather watch that.
I think I gotta sign up. Well, I gotta sign up for Shanky lessons again. I think this winter, but even if Shanky couldn't fix cause Shanky would at least identify what I'm doing wrong, and maybe his fix. Sometimes I wasn't getting what he was trying me to do, but then I would see videos and I could tell that those person's trying to fix the same thing, but they're doing around it differently, and that would help.
Way.
So half the time, just knowing what's wrong with your swing is beneficial, right?
So Shanky will fix it. You need to give him a little bit of faith and trust on that. I actually just signed up. I figured, well, we got the trip we're going to in September, and so I just bought another package. I've been off all summer. I got a lesson tomorrow as my first one, that I'm booked every 2 weeks through October right now with Shanky. I've had really, 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 really good success with him. My early extension is gone. My flip at the bottom of the swing is gone.
When I came out and golf with you, I mean, something was working right.
I was playing pretty well. I'm continuing that. I went out yesterday and played with my daughter, and I haven't played in 3 weeks. And I went out and I literally hit 5 balls to warm up, and I went out and I shot a 39 and 9 holes. We just played 9 holes at the end of the day, and everything is continuing what we've seen. So Shanky's, I'm pretty happy with him, but his technique is a little different, a little unorthodox. You can't take what he's doing and then go watch it on YouTube, because it's not going to match up. It's going to be a little different. Right. So anyway, so I have one more post, and I don't remember.
See what it looks like.
It is. Oh. Why was I not given I don't even understand this one. Why was I not given a reasonable amount of time to approach my ball plus 10 seconds? The ball was clearly still moving. The simulator golf tour not playing with the same rules as USGA. Now I'm going to shoot 100 instead of breaking 100. The software is a joke.
Yeah, so people have to understand, if you're being sarcastic, you have to put like an emoji in there to help us. Because I'm not sure if he's being a dick or he's being serious.
I don't know. Like, you couldn't tell. Like, ball still moving. Maybe it was moving really slow and he was getting annoyed, or I hit the H button to make it go, or the space bar to make it go faster, or I don't know. But he seemed like he was all bitching and everything. And I grabbed it less as a funny post and more like I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Yeah. I'm really bad at sometimes spotting sarcasm. Maybe he's trying to be sarcastic here. I don't know. Who knows?
Maybe. I mean, I don't even see the ball on the green there. I see the cup, although it says 302 yards away. So I don't know. Maybe did
he hit it that hard, that far?
Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he did something and went 302 yards away. I don't know.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Someone knows, they can explain it. Those are my only two that I had.
Okay. And I think that brings us to the end of the show.
I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep an eye on courses as they come out, and if only a small number come out, we'll wait.
Yeah, I might be challenged this week. We're leaving for a vacation tomorrow morning.
Yep.
But we get back Thursday, and then I have a golf tournament Friday and Saturday.
Okay. Well, let's shoot for the week after next.
Yeah. I might have time this weekend though. I'll be home alone this weekend, so
Okay.
we'll just have to see how many golf courses come out and
Sounds
play
good.
around it and see if there's any good posts of the week, right?
See ya, everybody.
See ya. Good night.